What up, everybody? What's happening? And welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, here with Queen of the Pie herself, KC, in the building.
What's going on? Woo, 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 woo.
KC, how you doing?
Alive and well, ladies and gentlemen, and those in between.
Amen. Amen. We want to give a big shout out to Jay. Jay should be back on next week. You know what I'm saying? Jay handling business, handling black man business. You feel me? So, shout out to Jay. I'm gonna take over Nerd Corner for you this week. You feel me? I'm not gonna mock it like last week.
Yeah. Put some respect. Put some respect.
Put some respect on Nerd Corner. But in my own way. You feel me? So let's just get to it. Let's get to it. Okay. Two things for Nerd Corner this week. All right. Number one, Fantastic Four is dropping this Friday. You feel me? Now, this is major. I actually have done a solid research leading up to this Fantastic Four. I watched all three movies. I watched the original two, the Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Silver Surfer. That came out back in the day.
I forgot about Silver Surfer.
And then I watched the recent one. I think that dropped maybe around 2015, 2014. It was terrible. The one where it had Michael B. Jordan and some other young cats in there. It was bad. You don't even remember?
So, I don't even recall. When you said Michael B., I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So when we look at the first two, right? I thought the first two was decent. I feel like they keep hinting at Galactus, who we should see in this next Fantastic Four. And Galactus has a connection to Silver Surfer, which I learned in watching the previous ones again. But the I'm interested to see how they introduce this group. So in the previous ones, you know, Mr. Fantastic was a scientist. He wanted to research this energy field that was supposed to help. That was this energy field supposedly was the same energy field that like created the Earth. And he said it's supposed to come back around, and we want to grab some sample data. It's supposed to help like cure diseases and shit. And they end up getting hit by it. That's how they get the powers. Was it the thing and Mr. Fantastic was boys, and then Johnny and Invisible Girl, that's not her name.
I think they're siblings, right? If I'm not mistaken.
They siblings. Yeah. And Dr. Doom was actually finna marry Shorty. He was about to propose.
Ooh, I do remember that.
So it's a lot of haterade going around in the movies, you feel me? We get to the terrible one. So the terrible one, it takes place when they're kids, like they're like in college.
Wait, and when did that come out? I really don't recall the second one. I'm really drawing a blank.
Let me check. Let me check that Disney Plus app, man. I want to say it was somewhere around the 2010s. I just watched it, so it should be in the recent somewhere. Oh shoot. Let me just type it in.
Yeah, Fantastic Four in that order. Let's see.
2015, yeah, 2015.
I do not recall this one at all.
Yeah, this one. Let me see if I can get the cast.
See, I remember the rise of the Silver Surfer. I remember that, and I remember Fantastic Four, the 2005 one. I do not remember this Untold Story one. I don't.
This one is Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, some other people I don't know, but Michael B. was playing the Human Torch.
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't good. So they was kids.
The advertising for it doesn't look good. Yeah.
They was trying to figure out. They like Mr. Fantastic. He figured out how to transport something to another universe. They got their powers by going to another universe and like doing some stupid shit. Left Dr. Doom at the planet. Left the nigga
that they had jumped to. That he had took them to. Okay.
But he fell because they were trying to pull everybody out. He fell. And literally, it had to be like 7 years later. This nigga somehow survived, and that's how
Okay.
it turned. It was
He figured it out. Love that. Okay.
It was just the movie didn't make sense. It was bad. So I'm
Okay.
really, there's some real concerns for this one. I know they got a good cast. Jay is good with names, so excuse me for being just. I want to say the cast, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But my nigga from Mandalorian. What that nigga name? Nigga from it is not shit. What's the show on Max? What's the show on Max?
You talking about Pedro?
Pedro. They got Pedro.
Pascal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're gonna be straight. I think they're gonna be straight. I'm looking forward to the movie. Now I'm going to give a solid movie review. But let me I'm a quick story. My wife, we got free movie tickets.
Hey,
okay?
Come on.
I wanted to be. My wife was like, "What movie do you want to see?" Now, as a husband, that's a trick. That is a trick. You feel me? Because it's never about you. I said because I wanted to see Superman. Now, no, me wanting to see Superman, right? It's selfish on my part because I know my wife doesn't care. You feel me? She would just go there and fall asleep, and now we wasted free movie tickets. You feel me? So I said, Superman just came out, but there's two movies that I've heard good things about: Superman and F1. I said, I want you to watch both trailers. You let me know what you think. But I heard good things about that Superman. But I also heard
tried to put a bug in her ear.
I also heard F1 was solid. Just all through like messages, through the chat.
Yeah.
She said it couldn't have been like a minute.
She didn't look at it. She said F1. It wasn't a hesitation.
She said she watched the trailer. She said, all right, we're going to go see F1.
She did a Tyler watch of the trailer, though.
Oh.
You know how you tell Jay, I watched it. And it's like, you didn't really watch it.
So, leading up to going to the movie, bro, my heart was about to be in that Superman theater, but my body was
in F1.
But let me just say, F1 was a good movie. I'll be a really good movie. I gotta give them credit. So it was a
What was the I guess I didn't watch it because I was just like, I don't know what the storyline is. Can you talk a little bit about like what is the
this is a legit sports movie about Formula One racing. Formula One racing, where if you win in Formula One, you are considered the greatest driver in the world. I think they did a great job of holding the hand of anyone who has never watched Formula One or had any idea what it is, and really introducing you to it, and like introducing you to like what are ways you can win. How does this even work? You go on a tour. How you place the different companies and brands that's in Formula One. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is this old school driver, Sonny Hayes, played by Brad Pitt. He's been requested by one of his old F1 teammates to drive on his team. His old teammate purchased a F1 team called Apex, and they haven't won a 1 point. So I believe you get if you get a top 10 finish, you get a point. They haven't had a point this whole season. Now he's desperate. His friend is desperate for drivers, because if he doesn't win any of the races, then the board of the group will sell the business to someone else, and he could pretty much lose the money that he invested into the team, like to the number of like
so he could
350
lose the team.
He not only lose the team, but because he had no points, because they were so bad, the value of the business would be less than what he purchased, and he would actually have lost money. Right. So part of the contract is that if you win one of the races, he gets an extension on like the ownership from the board. Like
okay. So basically, he needs to win multiple races at this point.
He just needed to win one.
Okay. He needs to win one. He needs to have a point under his belt.
Yeah. Well, he can get points, but to win a whole race, like, is to get a cup, one of the cups. So he recruits Sonny and one of his other drivers, this young up and coming driver. played by Damson Idris.
Shout out Damson.
I'm forgetting his actual name because I know when I know a character's actual name, I be forgetting like this nigga. Oh, James Pierce or something like that. I think his name was JP James Pierce. He's he's pretty cocky. He gets to play an actual British dude in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So they really just headbutting in the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? You learn a lot about pit crew. Pretty much the whole movie is taking place in season. They figuring each other out. They learning how to get along with each other. And of course, by the end, the last race, they finally win. We learned that there's one of the members of the board who you thought was a good guy trying to root wanting them to win. He ended up trying to like sabotage the team. It was a whole thing. But it was very good how they introduced him as the villain. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was an incredible job there, and a lot of the cameras, they was taking you like in the car, like really showing you what it looked like trying to drive in that junk and all this type of stuff. Brad Pitt did a great job. His love interest was the same age as him. I thought it was believable.
That's appropriate. We love
like
that.
It was an appropriate love interest.
Yeah.
You feel me? And yeah, I feel like it leaves you, when you're watching it, you're really rooting for him. Like you really want things to happen. It's the crashes are crazy.
Oh wow.
A lot of stuff be happening in the movie.
No, the crashes definitely look intense. Like, when but you got to think these cars are going at a crazy speed. So
oh my goodness.
Gosh, that's
and I will say, I know it's a good movie when my wife's there awake.
And she was awake the whole time.
She was awake the whole time, dog.
Okay.
I swear. So as much as I'm like, man, kind of wish I saw Superman, this movie,
it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad substitute.
It was not just not bad. It was good. It was a good movie. Okay. I got to give credit to F1. And I think it was under Apple's production.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if you noticed, leading up to it, Apple was doing a lot of promotion on the movie. Yes, but that's because Apple produced it, so they had to make some. They had to get the
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that is my nerd news. Shout out to F1 the movie, man. F1 the movie. And while we in this section of television and media, we want to take a quick second to say R.I.P. to Malcolm Jamal Warner. A black man gone too soon, father, a son. Of course, we know him from Cosby Show. He's also on The Resident.
He was really good on The Resident.
Really good on The Resident. I actually really enjoyed him on that show, Malcolm and Eddie. And he also, for those who don't know, he was a Grammy winner. I believe for his poetry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I want to honestly, of course, everyone knows him as Theo, right? But I really applaud him for not resting on the laurels and continuing to live his life fully and do as much as he can. He was really an advocate for black boys and really loving black boys, raising them through love and not through pain. And so R.I.P., rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family. All right. Let's get to KC's tea time.
Tea time.
Let's up it. Yeah, let's turn up.
Let's turn up the energy. Okay, y'all. I don't necessarily have an industry Lipton or tea of anything of that nature. But as I was scrolling on Instagram, I received or saw a post of this young woman who went to the airport to catch her flight. And she was wearing a robe, not just a regular robe, a Versace pink robe. And she was trying to get on her Spirit flight. It's like, hey, I'm about to, I booked the flight. Sister tries to get on and they tell sister, no, you're just not dressed appropriately. And I did some digging, found a post where, Shorty's like, hey, this is what I wore. So she had the pink Versace robe and it seemed like a Skims boxer and tank set.
Oh, I didn't know she wore the robe.
She wore the robe. And so it brings the question of, because I think sometimes we look each generation, I feel like there's something that's like, it's something that just makes me agree with boomers to a certain extent. Like it
Talk
makes
to him.
me feel old because
Talk to
in
him.
my mind, there is a time as well as a place for certain things. Now, I understand that, young ladies lately have been doing the leisure wear. And I love leisure wear when it's done correctly. But you're going on an airplane that has particles and there's different people that it's not clean thoroughly. I don't care what nobody says. A spray disinfectant is not going to do what Clorox could do. I also know the turnaround time on a plane, right? I'm getting y'all off. I got to do a quick little wipe down, quick little do, and then I got to get the next group in. So the cleaning can't be as thorough as it needs to be. So for you to be in a public place, ready to have, your legs making contact with things that's potentially not thoroughly cleaned, I don't know. It just doesn't, I was okay with the tank. You could have did a tank and just threw on some sweats. I'm not saying you got to go in your, Sunday's best to the airport, but we got to think this through, y'all. That's crazy.
Yeah,
A
let me ask you.
Yeah,
Now this is the question. Was the problem the draws or the road?
That is quite a question. Here's the thing.
Now that you say it, if you say it like that, right? If she's wearing the robe,
correct.
Then germ wise, it's not necessarily an issue. You tucked in on that flight.
Okay. I mean, okay, you're not making skin to skin contact, but who's to say she wouldn't take it off and put it as a blanket? You know what I mean? I guess here's the thing. You're flying Spirit. And so to a certain degree, it's like, Spirit, you got a lot of nerve. Like, I paid my ticket. Come on, let's rock and roll. Let's head out.
Yeah.
I mean, I would understand her not getting on a United flight. You know what I mean? Because United gives very much so like, we're business. JetBlue, maybe. They'll give you a hard time, but they'll,
But they give you that first class feel with them two seats to a section.
So you know what I mean?
Feeling like a first class fly. I be like, well, at least it ain't 3. At least I ain't squeezed.
I don't know. I feel like because it's Spirit, I just like, y'all got a lot of nerve. You know what I mean? To your point, Tyler, right. Too. I have a robe. You know what I mean? It's I would hope that she had it closed and tied up. So it's like, who's to say I don't have? You know what I mean? I can't fit this in my suitcase. I have to wear it. So I wonder what that was like. That's actually
interesting, man. It's interesting, Casey. I don't know if Spirit claims they have a dress code.
It cannot be. It can't. I'm telling you. I done flown Spirit and I done seen some shit. That is the closest to slow plane we ever have.
I personally don't see. I didn't personally see the issue with what she was wearing. In the sense of, I don't see why that
to refuse her boarding.
Refuse her boarding. Correct.
Cool.
She paid a ticket. She should get on the plane. I just don't understand how these people getting refused. Now the real question is, who said something? I don't think the person at the boarding necessarily stopped her. I think somebody said something beforehand, real secretly.
Yeah.
Real secret.
I mean,
you feel me?
Here's the thing. I get it. I know that there's some people that like to, dress to the nines to go to the airport. I also know that there's people that like to be cozy. I'm one of the cozy people, right? Like I'll throw on, some sweats, a shirt. You know what I mean? I want to be comfortable while I'm flying, so I get that. But I don't know. Because then my thing is with that robe, right? Is that the robe you like lay around the hotel or the house in?
Oh, man.
Because then that brings up a thing. You got that just, soaking up the germ. You know what I mean?
Feel like,
I don't think that's enough for me to say you can't get on this aircraft.
But if you're going on an airplane.
For Spirit aircraft, let me rephrase. Yeah.
How do I say that? I've never seen people dressed up to the nines to get on the plane. I've never personally seen it. Unless you could tell somebody was a businessman. You could tell somebody was a businessman. But I don't I can't fathom.
So when I mean dress to the nines, like I've seen women with heels and like, there's an outfit, not like I just threw this on. Like it's like very much so curated a look. And I love to see it. Can't be me because if I'm going to the airport, you know what I mean? I packed the day of. So I'm already under pressure. I can't curate an outfit on top of that. So, but the girls that do it, rock out, continue to do it because it gives me joy to see you strut your stuff. You know what I mean? Men too, men becoming, with the pieces. Love to see it. But not me. I'm gonna be with the croquitos and the sweats. Because I'm gonna be cozy. Ain't no way in hell I'm wearing jeans on the plane. That's insane.
Oh,
that's insane. It's crazy.
No, couldn't be me.
No.
Especially, depending on the length of the flight.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean, I say all this to say, y'all, when you go to the airport, have some, have some.
Let's be,
Just,
I mean, look, man, the fit, the fit kind of crazy, bro. The fit kind of crazy.
I just don't, I like a robe in public. But you know what? There's some people out there that think it's okay to wear a bonnet in public, though.
You know what? I think what's worse.
So I can't. You know what I mean?
People feel like because it's Louis Vuitton, it makes it okay.
And that can't be it, Ty.
We can't. It's a robe. That's something you wear at your home.
And that is just loud broke. Let me tell you.
Oh my goodness.
When I see, and it's not just us, anybody, anytime I see somebody with something where it's like Louis Vuitton or it's like, the Fendi with all the patterns, you see a whole bunch of these billionaires, they got like a plain tee, but it's of quality. Like we gotta, you know what I mean? At some point it's like, okay, you got the Versace bathrobe, but you getting on the Spirit flight. Come on, man. Like,
hey. Oh man, that's the part that don't add up, KZ.
See what I'm saying?
That's the real issue.
I was trying to get you to pick it up, Ty, because I thought
that's the real issue right here.
Well,
show got a Louis Vuitton robe on the Spirit flight, and she don't see nothing wrong with that.
I'm telling you, y'all got to get y'all mind right. We just got to, yeah. Because it ain't no way I'm going to let you know that I purchased something of that nature and I'm getting on the Spirit flight. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to have that tucked away in the suitcase. Secret. I'm not going to tell you that.
She put that on. I'm about to fuck these niggas.
Yeah. No. Mm-mm. You're actually not, and you're actually not getting on your flight. That sucks. Yeah. I wonder if they gave her a voucher or something. I got to look into this.
They had to give her something, bro.
You can't just let me not get on and then leave me with nothing, I still got somewhere to go.
Man, that's crazy. That's dirty. That's crazy work.
You got to take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
If you fly in Spirit, no, you cannot wear luxury items on the plane. Maybe that's
really that's what we need to take away from the story.
You are overqualified.
Actually, you actually have to go to, JetBlue.
I think you need to fly JetBlue.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, ain't no way I'm wearing a Versace robe and I'm getting in it. Cause I want to bring y'all to where I'm at mentally. Let's say you are in the airport and especially when it's time to get, board the flight, everybody and their mom be crunched together. Like they group one. So, you know what I mean? So now you're all around me. I'm trying to get on. Y'all see me with the Versace robe, whether it's fake or not, you know what I mean? Whatever. But it's just like, damn, you got a Versace robe and you with us? Like,
don't be acting like you all that.
Yeah. I don't.
That is a distraction.
I don't get it. Yeah.
My goodness, man.
Take care of yourselves,
Take care of yourselves. That is, man, that's hilarious.
Yeah. That's my tea.
That is the tea, man. That is the tea. Louis Vuitton robe called on the Spirit flight. We have a problem.
I'm actually surprised you didn't pick that up. I was just like, I was waiting for it.
Houston, we have a problem here.
Houston, we have a problem. Like, huh? And I don't even know how much those robes go for, but I know it's more than that flight.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact, man. Thank you for that, KC.
I try. I entertain the people. Hey, yo, Versace on the Spirit flight is crazy.
Versace
But yeah, that's the same brand Amigos was Versace. Versace.
Right.
Like, and you wearing that, you wearing that on Spirit. God. I mean,
pink.
well, some can say it's not Frontier. So, you know what I
thought
mean?
Spirit was bottom. I thought Frontier was.
The Frontier's above Spirit.
I thought it was on the same. I thought it was on the same plane.
I'm not gonna hold you.
No pun intended. I thought it was on the same level.
Oh shit! I thought Frontier was like less than them.
If I ever decide to like go fly somewhere by myself, I might go Spirit or Frontier. I would have to do it by myself.
Now here's the thing, and then we could get off this. I flew Spirit one time, and maybe it's because I'm used to being like a jet. I went home, so I was just like, I'm just gonna go, home real quick. I'm used to JetBlue, United, and so obviously, bougie. And so when I got on Spirit, I'm like, okay, cool. What's the code? How I get on the Wi-Fi? These motherfuckers told me. They say, yeah, you go on there, you see the menu. I was like, why do I need to see the menu? These motherfuckers have a tiered Wi-Fi payment set up. And so obviously the one I need, because my shows didn't finish downloading, I need to pay the $20 one. So I paid $20 for Wi-Fi. And when I tell you that Wi-Fi was shitty, I was just like, oh, their mother is a hoe. No. I said, these niggas is out here scamming. So when people tell me Spirit is cheaper, it's cheaper because they're charging you for every little thing. So by the time you get off that goddamn flight, it's a JetBlue ticket.
They downed you up. That's a fact. It's
just
crazy
saying,
out here, bro.
Just FYI, $20 for Wi-Fi. That shit is crazy.
Speaking of getting money, man, Tyler Turntables, man. We're gonna start with the this man has dropped the second album this year. First one was with 2 Chainz. And now we have Larry June dropping a solo album with producer Cardo. Cardo got wings.
Come on, Cardo got wings.
Let me tell y'all something, man. I love producers who have a sound, and really stick to it. Cardo, first time I heard him was on Cushion Orange Juice, with Wiz Khalifa. Wiz say Cardo on the beat, and you just it's the sound of something you should be playing when you drive slow down the street in like an old school Cadillac. I feel like I should just be like yelling out the niggas with a Cardo beat on it. Hey, nigga. You see me? Nigga. That's the type of vibe. Okay. That's the type of vibe you get from a Cardo beat, and then Larry June, and with Larry June on top of Cardo production, it's a home run. It's a home run every time.
I feel like Larry June gives me that same vibe though. You know what I mean? Like when he raps, he's not in a rush. He's just like, yeah, let me tell you about my day. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're watering plants and shit. Like, yeah, we just vibing.
And shout out to Larry June, because it's really like grown man raps we talking. Even though I know it's from like a pimping standpoint, but also like always telling niggas save your money. You feel me? Always telling niggas don't waste it on that bullshit.
Robe.
Yeah, don't buy the Versace robe and take it to the airport to fly Spirit.
Just saying.
You feel me? So make sure you tune into that Larry June album Until Night Comes. Just solid for the summer. Real solid, real chill. Play it on the morning drive on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So now we go. I'm gonna go Burna Boy next. Burna Boy also dropped last week. Mind you, these 2 albums dropped last week, but I was listening to clips. So I was like, let me show these dudes some love. You feel me? I was listening to them while I was doing dishes. You feel me? Really trying to lock in. Shout out Burna Boy. Dropped the album Dropped the album No Sign of Weakness. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gave this one listen, one smooth, just run it all the way through. You feel me? because when you listen to
no skips,
somebody,
right? Like you
no
just
skips, no
okay.
skips, just ran it through. When you listen to somebody like Burna Boy, it really does feel like one long song for the most part. Now,
I can see that.
that's kind of how the Afro beats is in general. Now, there was two. He had two features.
Out of the
Three.
whole album?
My bad. He had 3 features on the album.
Okay.
Travis Scott.
That's interesting.
Shaboozey. The Shaboozey feature was solid. Real solid.
In a weird way, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one that he took a real shot at this. I think he had like a rock. I think he was going for like a rock and Afro beat.
Yeah.
But Mike Jagger was on this. Was I the biggest fan? I don't know. I don't know if I was the biggest fan of it, but I'm a respect it for taking a shot,
attempting it.
Yeah. This album was, led by the single Sweet Love. And he played with some different genres on this album. Of course, he had the Afro beats, but Sweet Love was a reggae song. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, I've been listening to it. That song came out maybe around April, May. It was beautiful. I think Burna Boy, Burna Boy's albums, they never gonna be like, yo, you hear that, John? You feel me?
But you know what? It's like it's a presence. It's a vibe in that moment.
The songs reverberate throughout the year, like, when he dropped I forget the name.
Last
came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll over the course of the summer and the fall, like these songs will be just starting to hit in different spots, different places. You know what I'm saying?
I'm actually not surprised that he kind of ventured out and did. I think his last project, he did some mashups where he would take Afro beat and put it. Remember when he sampled Tony Braxton, right? He does a lot of, I would say, experimenting with things that could accompany Afro beats, which I think is dope. I think that if you want to solidify yourself as an artist, you want to make sure that what you're bringing is like a fusion or something different. Especially, Afro beats. There's a lot of different African artists that are out right now, and so I think he's trying to carve out his own lane. Because I think he sold out Madison Square Garden multiple times. So the demand is there. So that's interesting.
Now that you say that, he did have another 90s R&B sample. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he does a good job with that over the Afro beat.
Yeah, I would say he perfected that. Yeah.
Finally, this man dropped the album on Monday, man. I don't want to say it came out of nowhere, because if you've been tuned into a lot of the Clips interviews, Tyler the Creator was recording at the Louis Vuitton studio as well, I believe. I might be wrong about it, but I know he was with them at some point. So Tyler the Creator dropped on Monday, Don't Tap the Glass. This album is made to get your body moving. This album was not trying to be, this ain't Chromacopia.
Yeah, he's not trying to be cool. He's literally like, no, move your ass.
We gonna dance. Dance. Matter of fact, he had 2 songs near the end that was just straight up instrumental. I just wanna, I think I was telling my wife, I think we getting what we getting from Tyler at this point. I think we know what to expect now. So when she asked me if it was good, I was like, it was, but it's Tyler. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I wasn't, for instance, when Kendrick dropped GNX, right? I listened to GNX, I'm like, I didn't think he could do any better.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Tyler. For one, I'm very surprised that he came out so quickly after Chromacopia. It felt like a minute. But also, I was like, it's a very similar sound to what we've gotten in the past, like very similar sound to what we got in the past. But I like the sound because I only hear it from Tyler the
him.
Creator.
Let me pull up I want to make sure I'm not pull up his album. I thought, here's the thing. I was sitting on it. I listened to the album several times.
Yeah.
So my first time through, no skips. I just I want to experience the music. And I do agree this is not an album that you could just sit and listen to. Does that make sense? Like you literally have to move and get a groove. Now I will say it was 10 songs. I appreciate that because remember I've been saying I think sometimes we oversaturate these albums or these projects and it takes away from the songs. So out of all 10, there's 6 that I'm obsessed with. Like the 6 songs, and it's kind of after Sucker Free, he goes on this run.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You know what I mean? After Sucker Free, not to say I think the way he opened the album was dope, but he goes on this run where he's momming them. I love that. Stop playing with me. Love that. I love the whatchamacallit, the visual he had for that too. I thought that was dope. He had LeBron clips.
And Mav, and then Clip. Man,
that was solid. Ring Ring Ring. I enjoyed that. Yep. Don't Tap the Glass, Tweaking. That was solid.
Yep.
Don't You Worry, Baby. I thought that was solid as well. I'll Take Care of You. I mean, I love it because Yebba's on it, right?
I like Yebba. Yeah.
She's great. And then that last song I enjoyed as well. So, I mean, out of 10 for me to what was that? 6, 7? I mean, that's not bad. You're not going to like every single song on an album. Yeah. One, I want us to normalize that because I think people cutting this album's trash. You're not meant to like every single
There's some
song.
classic albums out there. You go back and listen and be like,
yeah. And I'm skipping some songs, and it's not to take away from the project, but you're not gonna tell me you're gonna love every single song.
Yeah.
So I thought the project was solid. To your point, I think it's very much so Tyler, right?
Yeah. I
wouldn't expect this from anybody but him. I will say I do appreciate the fact that he's not afraid to do some silly shit. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't take him. I feel like he's somebody that has really grown in his craft and he could be that entitled person who's like, yeah, I only do art. But the fact that he's still finding joy in it and continue to produce, in the level in which he does, I think it's dope. And you can't say that everybody can do that or has done that. So I want to give him kudos for that. That was dope.
Indeed. I stamped that. Tell me what the song. Tell me what it is. We got a little taste of kind of a lot of what we heard in Chromacopia about, just him not feeling like he's found somebody. Yeah, and it's very interesting because he's getting up there.
Yes, I think he's in his 30s.
Might be, yeah. I mean, I guess it's still young.
It is.
So.
Very much so youthful. Prime.
KC, let him know. Hey, Tyler. Go to Houston, boy.
Hey, no, but you know what I will say too? I feel like we don't talk about this, Tyler, but the rollout for this was solid. So the rollout for first of all, obviously he was. I don't feel like he hinted towards it. Like I felt like it was just like, boom, I'm dropping something Monday. Yeah. Check it out if you want to.
Yeah.
Then dropped it. Then had a reel that you had to put a password in, and he gave you a hint. DTTG, which I had to go to ChatGPT to figure this out, and I felt so dumb because the password was "Don't tap the glass." So I felt like an asshole. But I thought that was dope because I literally I went to chat like, hey, what's this? And it was like, don't tap the glass, sister. I was like, got it. Roger that. But I thought that was dope too, because I think sometimes when albums are rolled out, one, it's like this whole process, right? It's like months in advance. No shade to anybody in particular. Shade, no shade. It's not month in advance. It's just like, yeah, I'm dropping it. It drops Monday. Then if you notice on his post, if you like anything on his post, the heart is a glass and it shatters when you tap it. Did you notice that?
No.
Go on his page.
On Instagram?
On Instagram. And to me, I love the little details like that.
I think it was just for that day. I don't think
it's back to normal?
Yeah.
Dang. But
I'm
even,
hurt.
small things like that is like he took his time to think through that, and it makes it where it's almost like this level of exclusivity, like, ooh, I wanna, you know what I mean? Even having people try to figure out what the password is and things of that nature. I thought it was dope. And it kind of had that like 80s feel, which I think
You tell the way he's dressing with the chain.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like Tyler is always somebody that's like, yo, I respect the game.
Yeah.
Like, this is, to me, this is not a joke. So when people mock it, I get upset because to me, this is like truly, I love this so much. And I think it's evident in what he produced, right? It had that flair of 80s with like, techno, which
Yep.
technically is around that because, they had breakdancing and things of that nature. So
Yep.
I will say I appreciate that Tyler doesn't half-ass anything he does. He is committed to that character, right? Chromacopia, he was committed to what that was, and doesn't see it just being on the project. It's like everything that I'm sharing in relation to this album is going to have that same energy and flair to it.
Yeah, we've seen 2 really good album rollouts the last 2 weeks with Clips and Tyler Creator, and I think you just gotta appreciate the levels at which people, the lengths that people go to invite you in to listen to their art. So something everyone can learn from, to be honest with you. If you create something and you want people to experience it, you gotta let people know. Marketing is a very tough thing.
It
Take
is.
some balls. Take some
It
balls. So
is.
shout out to him, man. Okay, let's get into this one topic. Last topic. This video went pretty viral. It was a Coldplay concert where a CEO was caught with his arms wrapped around a woman that was not his
So
wife.
tenderly.
So tenderly. And when they was seen on the screen, boy, they dipped. They was dipping and dodging out of that screen.
I would have played that shit off. I would have kept that shit so player.
I would have, yeah, if it was me.
Because y'all reacted in that way, you made it hotter than what it was.
Yep. I would have been like, if we stay cool right here.
Yeah, we're cool. We're having a good time. Blow him a kiss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. So the man, I read in the article today, that man was a CEO. He was a CEO of a company. I forget. I'm not sure which one. They say it was an astronaut CEO or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stepped down.
I mean, because you're frolicking with the head of HR. That's not a good look.
That is not good at all. He resigned after they called it the Kiss Cam scandal.
Oh, shit. That's a good name.
He was in mass. Wow. His name was Andy Byron.
Okay.
He tendered, gave his resignation. KC, would you have quit?
Here's the thing. I wouldn't be in this situation. Let me tell you why.
That's big facts.
Let me tell you why. First of all, I'm thinking about the positioning, right? Because a lot of people we're thinking too big. We're here with it, prom style. I'm hitting you with the Heimlich. You're choking. You understand? Oh my God, yeah. And I need you to roll with it. You know what I mean? If we're here with it, the way I'm changing my hand placement so that you choking. We're gonna do that, right? Or we're just gonna look at each other, gaze into each other's eyes, give each other a high five. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to play it off where you can't be like they're having an affair. They're fucking around.
Yeah.
No. And then, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't want to interview the CEO or the woman. No, I want to interview the employee that was sitting there grinning, smiling ear to ear, because she knows her job, she's secure. Unless you want me to tell, you better make sure I'm good. Take care of me. Because I could really, you know what I mean? Would hate to have to be that person, but I could really shake it up. I wouldn't have turned myself in. I would have told her hey, you might need to find another company.
you know, as a black man,
I'm gonna talk to him.
as a black man, there's no way I'm just gonna resign.
There's no way. You're not gonna put up a fight, like.
And maybe unless you giving me a package.
Cause that's different. They
Unless you
slide
give
that
me
manila folder to you, like, hey, brother.
Excuse me. Excuse me, my brother. Look, man. I don't know why this remind me of that. There's always a legendary story of mayor of DC, former mayor of DC, Marion Barry. Casey,
Okay.
I feel like I probably told you this. He was caught with cocaine.
You sped past that. I don't think you
caught.
brought. Okay.
I never told you this. So he was caught. He was caught. He was caught with cocaine. He has a legendary line. The bitch set me up.
Well,
we voted him back. The city voted him back after the scandal.
After the cocaine, good God.
I say all this to say, if you running a business, right? Especially if it's something like this. Now, mind you, we just getting past the Diddy trap. A nigga like Diddy, we can't do business with you. You feel me?
Hey. Okay.
We getting in a situation like this. We had a concert. Honestly, people could make the assumption he was cheating, but like, you just don't know. I know the optics look bad. I know the optics look bad.
The optics is crazy. Hey, yo.
But you never know. Shorty could have had a rough day. Could have truly been going through something.
And he's just rubbing his stuff on her butt, just having the time.
I just want to support you.
Okay.
Anyway, I can.
You know what makes it, I was going to hold this. What makes it, I think, sweeter is that this alleged woman went on LinkedIn, and I want to say Facebook, and changed her last name to his.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And here's the thing, Tyler. I know, people probably like, okay, see, like, would you feel some type of way? I think I'm upset with her more so because her husband is also a CEO. So it's like, damn, sis, save us some.
Why would you?
You understand? Like, damn, you hogging too. We just out here trying to get one. Just trying to get one.
I guess you don't expect Coldplay to put you on camera, right? But if you're on the low, and if you're in a suite, you are at a company sponsored event. You don't just you don't just as an individual get a suite. No, 9 times out of 10, because a nigga done been in them suites. A nigga done been in them suites every now and then. Plenty of food. Plenty of food. The food keeps coming, Casey. The beer, the drinks, it's all there.
The time's like, oh wait, another one. All right,
nigga. You at a company sponsored event, like, cool out. Hey,
just chill.
I'd have been the nigga in the suite, like, hey, bro, ain't nobody trying to see all that shit, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, leave that for the room. Yeah, no, that's
I'm trying to see Coldplay. Whoa, that's what I'm trying to see.
Hey, yo, oh God.
The only thing Coldplay,
it just doesn't. And here's the thing: we got to get back to doing affairs in secret again.
Man, come on, man.
Changing the last name, you understand? And it got to be under somebody else, because my wife, she checked the receipt. You know what I mean? Like, it can't.
Why if you gonna be on the low, really be on the low. You don't want no connection to this man outside of what y'all do behind the scenes.
And then you could have got regular seats, because I'm sure that wouldn't have happened if you were in regular seats, but you had to be in the suite. You had to be in the suite all booed up.
I'm telling you, man.
No, my thing is, y'all could have just stood next to each other. You ain't got to be behind me. I'm telling you right now, if it was one of those things where they were both leaning, you know what I mean? It would have not been a big deal. But you knew what y'all were doing, and that's why she turned around and hid herself, because you knew you was dead wrong. You ain't got no business with this married man. He ain't got no business with you, a married woman.
Just another lesson, another life lesson, man. It's just not worth it. It's just not
do
worth
that
it.
shit
You
in
know what I'm
secret.
saying?
Get you a telly. Get you a nice
It's
room.
too
You know what
much
I mean?
work. You might as well stick with your lady and take care of your lady. You know what I'm saying? And like Khadijah said, if you already with a CEO,
God damn, like save us some.
I'm telling you,
greedy.
I'm saying that for the ladies. Don't go take somebody else's CEO.
You know, his wife though. Yeah, she taking you for everything you got. You about to be down to your dick and balls.
Or she gonna hold this over this man for life.
Nah,
that's over.
That's not fun.
Nah,
I want to see you down to your dick and balls.
Nah,
you ain't
KC.
got shit.
Cause think about this. Think about this, KC. You would have to go get a lawyer. Now you got to go to court. We got to split.
Yeah, he paying for all that. I'm not.
But I'm saying, how about? Like, all right,
the
nigga,
process and just
like boy, just like, all right, nigga. I see it. Okay. So when I want that Birkin.
Hey, remember that time you cheated on me at Coldplay? Remember?
when you don't want to come to the family reunion.
Ooh.
Do you recall?
hey, let's go to the family reunion. No, I don't want to go. Oh, do you want to go to Coldplay instead? Do they have a show? That's great. Because all you got to say is Coldplay and it's locked in.
I'd be playing the song throughout the house. I'd just be, oh, man. Man, you're going to come to the family events and they're going to ask you about it. No, you have to smile. You have to deal with this. I won't let you. All right, yeah. Now I'm thinking about it from the other end. I won't let you just get away. I won't let you just end this. And then move on. I have to quietly. I gotta go to my mama's house, and she just talked to me about it. Nah, nigga, you pulling up. You coming with me. I'm not going to defend you. You just going to sit there and answer these questions.
And be interrogated, as you should.
Oh, my goodness.
So when did it start? Yeah. How did this? You couldn't figure out the printer and she helped you? I mean, what's going on? How did that, how did that transpire?
You're going to sit here and talk to your kids. And I ain't saying nothing. You feel me? Oh, Coldplay that's gonna be the code word for the. Hey, you know.
Ooh, you know what? And anytime I'm pissed, I'm just gonna play Coldplay, and he gonna know. Yeah. You better find it, figure it out. You better figure it out. I'm not happy if that Coldplay is playing. You better figure it out. Damn, you know what? You right. Yeah.
I'll be like, I ain't going nowhere now. You can go ahead.
You think I'm gonna let you slither away so you can go be with that hussy? Yeah, no.
Oh, you happier with her? You gonna be right here.
Yep. You got it. Yep.
You right here.
That's insane.
No,
that's fucking wild, yo.
That's a Tyler Perry. That's a Tyler Perry movie, bro.
It is.
The wife that just sticks around out of hatred. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that's
madness.
If it hasn't already been written, golly.
It's kind of like Diary of a Mad Black Woman when she came back. When she came back,
threw that nigga
was
in
that
bubbles. Couldn't. Ooh, God, Christina. Christina's not here. Gosh.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Shout out to Coldplay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on the video. You feel me? And make sure you tune in to Dare to Talk Talk podcast. You know what I'm saying? Run the episodes up on KC's podcast channel. And finally, if you want to hear the convo before the convo, we had a pretty good one today. Go to patreon.com/noclearance. And hey, shout out to my pops, man. He be watching the full. He watched from the beginning to the end. He said he enjoyed last week. So shout out to him.
Hey, okay.
I still got to yeah. Shout out to Pop. Shout out to everybody who tunes in, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
We do. We do.
This is No Clearance Podcast, man. Stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.